Y'all, it's Throwback Thursday, and yesterday I did not do the pesto. I did get the olive oil for it, because I needed that anyway. Because I drizzle that when I roast broccoli in the oven. And I was completely out. So I was like, yeah, olive oil just makes it better. So I just did the tie-dye. That was pretty much it. And then I had gotten some basil seeds for the one pot. And then I found when I was pulling the one mower out to give to my friend whenever she's ready to come pick it up, there was two other elongated pots stashed all the way in the back of the shed, and I'm like, well, fuck, I just need to get some potting soil and I can use these, and maybe I'll just put the rest of the basil in that. I just have to put it somewhere where it can get plenty of sun and whatever. So we're gonna try basil in those pots this year, because I was gonna get flowers, and I'm just like, this store didn't have shit, and I'm like, well, I'll just wait till I go to mine and get something on the way out. And then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna grab a pack of basil seeds, but I'll get soil today, plant the rest of those, find a spot to put them. Hopefully nothing bothers it. And we'll see what happens. So yeah, pretty much all I did was the tie-dye, and unfortunately I wasn't able to use all the bottles up because they were bigger bottles than normal. And it says that if you don't use it within like 45 minutes of putting water in with the dye, your colors can be often faded when you use it next. So I'm like, well, maybe I want it pastel. That might actually be a good idea. I used most of what was in them. My fingers are still a little bit tainted, but that never bothers me. I did make some pretty cool things. I did, what? 3 shirts, a pair of pants that I found that are they're like linen pants, but they're baggy, and I tie-dyed those. Worked. Obviously, y'all gonna have to wait to see what they are, and I may not even share them all in one thing. I did our dinosaurs for this, so this is the only spoiler you get. And I was like, you know what, I need something else, and I found the little hearts. So it's like, so that I instead of using the question mark hat, because I realized there's a stain on that, so I'm gonna have to clean that, and I really didn't feel like doing it yesterday. This is literally the thumbs up or down Thursday hat, and I was like, it needs something on the top, so I just like, fuck it, stars in black and red, because nobody really sees the top of it anyway, so it's like, whatever. But it's like, it looks weird to have the top white and not have anything on it. And I'm like, since they're stars, then I'll just put them all the way under the brim in the colors corresponding to whatever side of the hat I'm showing off. And I did a red, white, and blue hat. I did the other drawstring bag that I got, which came out really cool. What did I say? 3 shirts, the drawstring bag, 2 hats, pair of pants, and actually another shirt, the one that I was gonna do for the Loki one. And I'm thinking to myself, I do want to put a tie with it, but I'm like, how about a golden tie? So I went on Amazon, looked up golden tie, and I'm like, oh yeah, next paycheck, I'll buy that, because it's not that expensive. So that is on my shopping list to order. Actually, in my cart to order this morning, to go with it. So pretty much everything for the Loki cosplay is set, except for pants. That's the only thing I don't have. And then shoes, like green shoes, or should I go gold shoes? I don't freaking know on that one. That's gonna be a last minute, I don't give a fuck what I do with that. Because pretty much everything else I have. And with a shirt part, I'm thinking, well, I can do multiple shirts. And since that one's a short sleeve, I can do a long sleeve one so that I have it for colder. So it's like, as long as it's shades of green, it'll work. And then a white pair of overalls. Actually, no, I did 4 shirts because I did 2 where you twist them and then you tie them together and then put the colors in the little sections separated by the rubber bands. I did the Loki one, and then I did another one because I realized with the traditional dye, because that's mostly what I use some of the sprays, but I think I might just stick with doing the traditional dyes from now on, because unless I want to make something specific with the stencils like this, I kind of just like the look of the traditional. And it is just a one-step process. The paint is waiting for it to set, and you gotta wait literally 6 to 8 hours. And then the other shirt, because I realized one thing you can do, since the shirts are dry and you're putting it on, sometimes the color has a tendency to run off. And that can be used to an advantage. So for anyone who's ever been into art and seen splatter paintings, where they literally just stand back, paint on the paintbrush, and just go fling, 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 and it just splatters. So I kind of did that with the overalls and the shirt, and it came out pretty freaking cool, to be honest. So something a little different you can do with traditional tie-dye. Or, if you want it a little more saturated, you can always dampen the shirt first, because I think there is a tip in there that says that you can do that. Otherwise, you pretty much, well, obviously wear gloves. Now, I have the yellow kitchen gloves, because usually the tie-dye gloves they give you are so wide, it's very hard to control stuff with your fingers. So I was like, you know what, the good old snug kitchen gloves work a lot better, and they don't rip, obviously. Like the tie-dye gloves like almost rip immediately because they're such cheap plastic. So I use the kitchen gloves, which are stained up, but at least they work. And then you kind of just have to push the dye into the fabric. Now, the only thing that uses up a lot of is plastic wrap, but best advice for that is just get a roll of the cheap shit. Just get the cheapest shit you can get. Go to Dollar Tree and get a roll. Well, there's probably not a lot on that, but anyway. I'd have to say they came out pretty good. I'm not disappointed. And since we're on the topic of tie-dye, and that's literally all I'm wearing right now, except for pants, because I would probably get in trouble wearing tie-dye pants to work. I'm not going to do that. I'd rather look a little bit professional. Those will be safe for going out because they're kind of one of those loose, baggy, comfortable pants. So it's like, I'll leave those for going out. I will share one of my tie-dyes that I did a long time ago. And it still fits. It's a Dickies shirt. And yeah, it's a red, white, and blue. And now I'm realizing that I need more red spray tie-dye. Because when I did the hat, I was like, fuck, I don't have enough red. But then I was like, oh yeah, I got the neon red, so I'll just use that. And it works. It's okay. And this is actually a pretty light red, but the blue is also like really light. I think it was like a sky blue in color. But this is the old school way, I think, with the soda ash and stuff. So I'm probably going to end up dumping that container out. Because I'm finding out that really does not work. At least I tried it. It was a fail, but yeah. One of my old shirts that actually fits. Now, a lot of my other older tie-dyed shirts are too small for me now, but for nostalgic reasons, I'll just hang on to them. Because who knows? Maybe I'll become a skinny old granny someday. Who knows? But it's like, something I made. Why would I want to get rid of it? I made it. Unless I'm selling it, I'll keep it, regardless of whether it fits or not. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good Thursday.